Talk show host Graham Norton leaves Twitter after an argument with TERF J.K. Rowling. The UK presenting royalty Graham Norton left Twitter soon after Harry Potter writer J.K. Rowling criticized him over comments about transgender people made in a recent interview. The row began after singer-songwriter Billy Bragg commented Norton for his position on trans rights made at the Cheltenham Literature Festival. Rowling, who was often clashed with trans activists on social media, told Bragg that he was, quote, supporting rape and death threats by backing Norton, who appeared to have actually said very little to spark the controversy. When questioned on Rowling's position on trans rights, Norton said, quote, "When I'm asked about it, I become a part of it. My voice adds nothing to the discussion, and I'm sort of embarrassed that I'm somehow drawn into it. If people want to shine a light on those issues, then talk to trans people. Talk to the parents of trans kids, talk to doctors, talk to scientists, talk to someone who can illuminate in some way," end quote. However, in criticizing Bragg, Rowling wrote, quote, "Enjoying the recent spate of bearded men stepping confidently onto their soapboxes to define what a woman is and throw their support behind rape and death threats. You may mock, but take real bravery to come out as an Old Testament prophet," end quote. Neither Norton nor Bragg referenced rape or death threats in their statement. JK, you're making me sad more.
I'm confused. Is she equating herself with a First Testament prophet? That's pretty. That's a case of hubris right there.
Hubris isn't the word.
Is she? It's absolutely stunning and makes me very sad as an English teacher who has taught Harry Potter that she took what could have been a potential platform to elevate all children, as the tropes of her stories seem to imply.
Queer baiting.
And it's absolutely disheartening and appalling that she's come out in this way. And now, unfortunately, it's one less piece of work that I will ever be promoting, and that makes me sad.
It's said, too, that this reaction from her is part of what's happening to our trans community around the world, where automatically critics go to hyperbole and blow things totally out of context and out of the water in order to promote some kind of fear or some kind of resented backlash in there. And I think that Graham Norton handled it really well by saying, he even called on the Kardashians. He's like, we don't have to have a Kardashian have an opinion. That headline doesn't need to exist. Graham Norton having an opinion doesn't need to exist.
Right.
And that's kind of the context for what he's all saying there, which is exactly right. Just because you're famous doesn't mean we care, J.K. Rowling.
Well, I mean, we've covered J.K. Rowling on here numerous times and numerous offenses that she's made against the LGBTQ plus community. I find it almost funny now that we continue to talk about her, because I feel like we need to put her to rest. And her headlines, even though they keep coming up and popping up over and over again, and apparently there's somebody still buying her books because somehow she's getting published.
Yeah, it continues to happen, and it's really disheartening, because I was introduced to the series when I was in 3rd grade. And so many of my friends that were so into the series came out as queer. And there are certain times where she has been queer baiting in her stories. She's confirmed that Dumbledore is queer, and she continues to bash trans people specifically trans women, when there really is no reason for it. So guys, I'm just a girl playing dress up. And on testosterone. You know, we're just gonna do that too for fun, I guess. But comparing yourself to someone of that level, of an Old Testament prophet, your ego has to be so large to do that.
And that's shocking.
Well, the only way to stop this is to quit buying her products, B, stop talking about her. The minute she's not in the press, the minute she doesn't have the attention, the minute she disappears. Well, she's going to have money. She has what she has. She's a multi-billionaire. But if you want her to disappear, don't pay attention to her.
And let's start paying attention to Evan.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the voice that we need to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ+ community.